Hello students, welcome back. We'll start a discussion about the first group of the phylum Chordata, that is the Acraniata or Protochordata. So let's start. The Acraniata or the Protochordata. All the members of this group are small and they are found in the seawater, that is, these are all marine. The respiration is by gills and pharyngeal gill clefts are found in the embryonic and the adult stages. The notochord persists throughout the life, but skull, brain and the vertebral column, these three parts are absent in them. The notochord is not replaced by the vertebral column. These are both unisexual and bisexual animals, and reproduction is asexual as well as sexual. Larval stage is present in these animals. The group Acraniata or the Protochordata is divided into three subphylums. The subphylum Hemichordata, the subphylum Urochordata and the subphylum Cephalochordata. Now about the first subphylum, that is the Hemichordata, these animals are all fossorial and their tunnels are U-shaped. The body of hemichordates is worm-like, but it is brittle and soft, and it is divided into three parts, namely the proboscis, that is the upper part, the collar, that is the middle part, and the trunk is the posterior part. The body cavity is the enterocoelus, and it is divided into protocele, mesocele and metacele. The respiratory pigment present in the hemichordates is the vanadium present in the blood. And the blood is colorless with amoeboid corpuscles. True notochord is absent in these animals, but a notochord-like structure is found in the buccal cavity, and that is known as the buccal diverticulum or stomochord. So this structure, the buccal diverticulum or the stomochord, is the outgrowth structure of the gut. Post-anal tail is absent, and some animals have tornaria larvae, just like the bipinnaria larva in the echinoderms. Now about the second subphylum known as the Urochordata. All the adult members of this subphylum have test all over their body, and that test or the covering is made up of tunicin. So these animals are also known as tunicata. The test is secreted by some specific cells present in the mesoderm of these animals. The coelom is absent, and notochord, the important feature, is only present in the tail of the tadpole larva, and tail is lost during the metamorphosis from the juvenile stage to the adult stage. All the members of this subphylum show retrogressive metamorphosis, that is development of the juvenile stage from the adult stage. So the animal which is present in the adult stage, it goes back into the juvenile stage, that is known as the retrogressive metamorphosis. Hemichordata is divided into two classes. The first class is the Enteropneusta, and the example of Enteropneusta are balanoglossus, known as the tongue worm or acorn worm, and other examples are Saccoglossus and Protoglossus. The next class is the Pterobranchia, in which the example are Rhabdopleura and Cephalodiscus. The Hemichordata is the connecting link between the non-chordates and the chordates. So this diagram shows balanoglossus and this shows Cephalodiscus. In the balanoglossus, the upper part is known as the proboscis and the middle part is the collar, and this part is the trunk region. So in the trunk region, gills are present, gill pores are present, and hepatic caecae are also present in the hepatic region, and in the terminal portion anus is there. The same body plan is shared by the cephalodiscus, in which proboscis, collar and trunk is there, and also you can see the gill slits. The subphylum Urochordata is divided into three classes on the basis of the test, atrial cavity, gill apertures and the condition of the life cycle. So these four are the basis of the division of the subphylum Urochordata. These are Larvaceae, Acidiaceae and Thaliaceae. In Larvaceae, the animals are in the larval stage is permanent in these animals, and larva does not metamorphose into an adult form, but it attains sexual maturity and reproduces like an adult, and this condition is known as the neoteny or pedogenesis. Examples are Oikopleura and Appendicuaria. The next class is the Acidiaceae. The example is the Herdmania, known as sea potato or sea squirt, Acidia, Siona, Molgula and Botrytis. The next is Thaliaceae, in which the examples are Pyrosoma, which show biofluorescence, and Doliolum, which is a barrel-shaped animal, and other example is Salma. So this shows the Doliolum, which is barrel-shaped. Test is present in these animals, and this is the sea squirt, in which on the anterior portion you can see the oral or the buccal siphon, and this is the dorsal portion in which you can see the anus, and in the ventral portion pharynx is present and reproductive organs are present, and heart is also present on the ventral side, and a stomach is also shown here. The next subphylum is the Cephalochordata. In the Cephalochordata, animals form burrows and they are nocturnal, means showing activity at night. The head is absent, but the body is divided into trunk and tail. Alimentary canal is complete and the buccal opening is covered by oral hood from all four sides. Just beneath the buccal opening, there is an organ known as the Veal organ or the ciliated organ of Muller. It helps in the ingestion of food by producing circular currents in the water. Hatchick's pit is found on the wall of the oral hood, and this secretes the mucus. These animals are ciliary feeders which feed on diatoms and the microbes. Oral sarae or velum is present. Oral sarae are soft tentacle-like structure that are present in the front of the mouth. And the velum is the soft palate the velum is a soft tissue that is present at the back of the roof of the mouth. The Hatchick's nephridium, which is single in number, is present on the floor of the velum and it helps in excretion. The notochord and the nerve cord, these two important parts, remain extended from the one side of the body to the other end. From one end to the other end, the notochord and the nerve cord are extended. The larva and the adult both show the chordate characters, and these are unisexual animals. Fertilization is external, but the development is indirect, involving the larval stage. Because in these animals, the larval stage and the adult stage both show the chordate characters, therefore they are the first complete chordate animals. It has only one class, the Leptocardi, and examples are Branchiostoma or Amphioxus, also known as the lancelet, and there is Asymmetron also. So this is the figure of Branchiostoma, in which you can see a nerve cord, the notochord. Both the nerve cord and the notochord are extended from the one end of the body to the other end. And also you can see the pharyngeal gill slits. So students, in this part we discussed about the Acraniata group, or which is also known as the Protochordata, and it has been divided into three subphylums, that are the Hemichordata, Urochordata and the Cephalochordata. And we also discussed about the various characteristics that are included in these subphylums. In the next part, we'll start a discussion about the next group of the phylum Chordata, that is the Craniata or Urochordata. So stay tuned.